Hello, this is Poppan Man, and as promised, I'm back with second map of my singles. This is on interchange against this guy who's a 1k. And yeah, so if you haven't watched the first map, then you go back and watch it, because I recommend watching it first so you get an idea of how I play and how this other guy is playing. I'll put a link in the description or an annotation on the screen or something you can click. I know how much you like clicking stuff, so go have a look at that and then come back and watch this. If you've already seen it, then good for you. And yeah, watch this. This guy gets himself into a bad position, tries to flank round to B, but because I'm already there, I've pretty much forced him into this little corner, so he has no way to come out. Unfortunately, I messed up my stun, but it doesn't actually matter because I'm not too heavily stunned, and because he's a good player, and he probably recognises that I threw the stun and completely messed it up, and so he tries to make an escape as I'm stunned, but he doesn't quite make it. So that's 1-0 up to me. Now I have to defend, and I do what I normally do on this map for singles. I push down to A to start with. I just like it better, to be honest, because at B there's more cover for the attacker, so I push straight down to A. Slam on the brakes just in case he's rushing me, which he hasn't. I don't think he's rushed me at all pretty much in the entire time I played him so far. So, but you got to be cautious. So I just put on the brakes a bit right here, have a little look around, and then it's good try to put the brakes, otherwise I'll be probably dead by now because he starts shooting me. You can see just there, you can just catch a little glimpse of him running off towards middle, towards the B dom area. So I think he's running towards B, and I think that he thinks, oh, sorry, let me get it straight. I think that he thinks that I don't know that I saw him run away, because I was like stunned and naded and behind the car, so I think he's not aware of me chasing him. So I start chasing him, and eventually I see him at B target, and it all kicks off again. I had the height advantage here. He's in a ditch down there, and so he's pretty much got no escape, so I'm just like working my way around with the height advantage on my side, and he tries to get a sneaky little sneaky plant off, which he does get away with, but he doesn't actually manage to even get off the ground. I just shoot him where he lays. So that's 2-0 to me, and a good start. It's always important to get off to a good start. You really don't want to go 2-0 down, because then there's so much pressure on you, and that, like I say, if you're watching this now, you've probably already watched the first map, and he lost the first 3 rounds before, and that puts so much pressure on him. I was 3-0 up in about 3 minutes, and then that puts all the pressure on that other guy, because he has to come back and win every single round, so he can't make a single mistake from then on. At the same time, it puts pressure on me, because I don't want to be throwing away a 3-0 lead. That's the worst feeling in GB, when you're 3-0 up and then you end up losing 4-3. So yeah, so right here I'm going to push up A side. I could actually get away with a quick plant because he's not even around here, but I don't. Decide not to plant, because I guess that it's a sort of time on the clock, just approaching the 2-minute mark. It's the sort of time that people will be planting, because I think, oh yeah, it's nice and clear, I'll just get a plant off, and then they come and check at that sort of time. So I'm really wary of him coming to check A. So I think better about planting, and I move up towards his spawn, hope to try and cut him up from behind. Hope to catch him hope to catch him running between the targets or something. So that's what I'm going to do. Something I wanted to say quickly, or I was going to say in my last map, is it might sound really obvious, but in singles you have to take into account that I guess it might sound stupid, but you're everyone. You are like the bomb carrier, the bomb planter, the bomb diffuser. You have to kill everyone. It's your eyes only. What you see is what you get. You don't get any call outs or anything. You are everything, and you really have to take that into account. So I decided to throw that in there. Make sure you're fully aware of that, and take responsibility for what you're doing, because a tiny mistake can lead to, it's going to lead to loss of the round right here. So yeah, that guy gets predicted right there. Just throw that back in at the end of the round. He sees me as I'm trying to get around B. He stuns me and everything. I throw some stuns back at him. I have a quick look to see if he's going to push me as I'm stunned, but he's not, so I just anticipate he's going to try and flank around. And I sponge a bit off him, luckily, because I take cover behind that block of whatever it is, and yeah, sorry, I get away with it. Right here, I'm going to fast forward it, because I just anticipate he's going to rush plant B, which in hindsight is probably pretty stupid. I'm just going to sit here a few seconds, basically, and wait for him, but when you look at the score, I'm 3-0 up. Do you really think he's going to rush plant? He's going to be scared out of his wits right now. Probably he's sitting in a proper corner, hardcore camping. So I realised that. It takes me a little while to realise, best part of a minute. I'm like, I don't know why I'm even bothered to line down here. He's not going to push. So eventually I decided to push up to here and try and flick between A and B. And I know if he plants B, I'm in quite a good position to get around and see where he's gone. Basically, it's not the best position in the world, it's really not, but I'm kind of, because I was taking so long at the beginning of the round camping on B, I've kind of thrown myself off, and I really don't know where he is at the moment. So that's the beauty of when you're flanking around and stuff. You can cut up the map a bit. Anyway, I see him here, so I'm carefully trying to follow him. Like I say in my other video, if you see someone, they might have seen you. So when you follow, like, be careful. And I know he's gone to B target, so I think, okay, could be planting. He's not actually planting though, as you can see. So I absolutely know he's flanked through my spawn. He's going to come back and plant A. So I start moving towards A. And I probably could have, I checked like all the corners in case he's actually gone behind me, but it's unlikely because of the time left in the game and then the round. It's much more likely he's going to plant. I could have thrown a stun at the target because I'm pretty much 99.9% sure he was there. It all kicks off at the target. I'm throwing stuff, he's throwing stuff. Eventually though, because he is a really good player, he just managed to shoot me through the target, which is quite unhappy for me. I was quite sad-faced about that, but I was about to get my pistol out and shoot him if I just had another split second. But yeah, that's once again he's broken my momentum. I was 3-2, 3-1. I don't even know what I'm talking about. He's broken my momentum. I was 3-0 up. Just like he did in the first map, I went 3-0 up and he broke me back. It's kind of like a tennis match. He broke my serve and just ended my momentum. Anyway, so this time I decided to go A, and this time, if it's clear, I make the decision I'm going to plant pretty quickly, because I went to A last time and he wasn't there. And last time I went to A, obviously I went around to his spawn and didn't plant, but this time I want to change it up. I want to keep him on his toes. I don't want to become predictable. I'm trying to predict him at the same time as not being predictable. So this time I'm going to get a plant off on A. And right here you'll see me actually plant in a really vulnerable position. That's the sort of thing you need to do in singles. You need to plant in vulnerable positions like this. So whilst you're only vulnerable for like 7.5 seconds, the fact is that you know he's coming to that, and it makes him vulnerable if you get away with it. And there's a high chance you're going to get away with the plant, because there's such a big map to cover at the end of the day for just one person, that the chances are in your favour that he's not going to check that target at that time. So take a chance and plant in a vulnerable position like I just did there, and then you get the advantage, because now he's got defuse or kill me and defuse, or one or the other. He's got to get defuse either way in the next 30 seconds, which, as you can see, the video still has some way to go. So he is actually going to outplay me here. He does really well. He does fakey defuse, which draws me out my hiding spot and then stuns me. That was a really good play by him. And then he starts like nading me and stunning me or whatever. Then he actually challenges me and ends up killing me, which is annoying for me now, because now it is actually 3-2. And yeah, so what I should have done actually there is not hide there. I should have gone all the way around. You know, where I ran from the target down to my hiding spot. I should have carried on going through the middle, through B dom, and flanked right round to near the B target and come through the middle there, because he would have swept through that way probably, and I would have been able to come up behind him that way, and I would have been fine. So in hindsight, I made the mistake there, and like I say, because you are the only guy in the team right now, it's like one mistake equals a loss. But still, the pressure's on him. I'm 3-2 up, and I anticipate now that he's going to be camping in some dark, dank, gribbly corner somewhere, because he has to win this round. He wants to take it to overtime. And what most people do when they're 1v1, they're 3-2 down, is pretty much just camp their butt off. So I'm just going to be pushing my way around B side. I just anticipate he's going to be in the spawn somewhere, and which is, I know you might say it's a bit foolish if I know he's camping. I don't know he's camping, but I can predict he's camping to push around. But at the same time, I just want to cut up the map and know where he's camping. So I'm going to push up a certain extent, and then I can either camp myself or shoot him if I find him. So it's kind of a risky tactic I'm using here, but I'm pretty good at checking my corners and everything. I get killed enough on public games by corner campers, so like I say, I'm getting pretty good at checking my corners. So I'm pushing up. You'll see right here, actually, I'm like checking even the most ridiculous corner which he might be in, like in the very back of his spawn. I've never ever seen anyone in there on any game mode ever, public or GB, but you know, you just don't know. That's the sort of place I'd probably camp on this map if I was attacking, just for a laugh. Anyway, as you can see, I spot him through the truck, because I'm so careful. I'm like checking underneath everything in every corner. I see him through this little crack, and he is camping in the corner as anticipated. So that's the round and the game. That was second map, so I win overall. Yeah, this guy is pretty friendly about it. It's like a game and everything, well played. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you liked it. Cheers, bye.